Good morning, kids. Bright and early. Although in all honesty, it's still yesterday to me. The life of an insomniac. Straight talking fedora chick coming at ya. Welcome back to another video where I respond to the video Andrew Marlowe uploaded yesterday regarding yet again our favorite subject, or least favorite subject, the infamous Rewired Soul, aka Chris Butte. Be sure to hit subscribe and the little ringy dingy icon below to receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Also, hit me up on Instagram where I have a series of videos of sorts called Ramblings of an Insomniac. Okay, so on to the video. I was hoping, honestly, I wouldn't have to do another Rewired Soul video, but I really feel I must. It's not like I don't have other ideas for content for this week, of which I have too many. But anyways, as Andrew Marlowe, who uploaded his own Rewired Soul video yesterday, missed the mark. Especially when he compared him to many in the vegan community. Yes, as a newbie vegan, I do follow the vegan community on Instagram and YouTube. Anyway, specifically mentioning Freelee the banana girl. Yeah, he did. This is where I really take issue with his video yesterday. He really went there. He compared the Rewired Soul to that of Freelee the banana girl and probably many others in the vegan community who do promote cringeworthy diets like she does. I heard my own eyeballs rolling as soon as I heard him say that. That's how flabbergasted I was. Yeah, so I'm doing it again. I'm going against a promise I made myself that I would not do response videos. Yet it's all I seem to be doing these days. I had promised myself, excuse me. I promised myself I was only going to do response videos if I saw something I felt very strongly about or strongly disagreed with. Yet here we go again. Hopefully after this upload, I will no longer feel compelled to upload another Rewired Soul video. Honestly, he is bringing bad energy around here. Going to have to smudge around here very soon so I can concentrate on other content and other things. Andrew, I really do love your channel most of the time. Love your artwork. Love the vids with your dad. I also got a high opinion of you when you were actually defending against the fat shaming of overweight women. As an overweight woman myself, I truly appreciate it. I really do. But your video yesterday about the Rewired Soul really disappointed me. I gave you some tips early yesterday on Instagram really quick. Probably not the best place to give tips. Not sure if you read them. It was comments on your post with your intent to upload a video on this very subject. I suggested videos for you to go to like the Bipolar Corner and Elle Loves Tea. Not sure if I mentioned Leif E Greenz to you as well, but the latest blow had a lot to do with her, actually. Leif E Greenz, the owner of the YouTube channel that is considerably small, got unwanted attention after the Rewired Soul attempted to diagnose her as BPD, borderline personality disorder, after she had specifically asked him not to. He went on to double down later on, blaming the drama channels. I think it was the one where he was threatening the drama channels. He was going off on this diatribe. Anyways, he was blaming the drama channels for whatever harm Leif may have suffered through as a result of this drama. Even though she specifically mentioned that she did not blame the drama channels, it was because of being gaslit by the likes of Repzilla as well as Chris's soldiers. I will add another video to this list that you should go check out. Petty Page. Great comprehensive video of the chain of events that led to the Rewired Soul's much-deserved demise. The subject of the Rewired Soul really strikes a chord with me, as Leif E Greenz reminds me so much of my younger self and the struggles I went through when I was her age. Either way, since her live stream the day before yesterday, she has not uploaded, so I really hope she's okay. And anyways, of course, it is also personal to me, as I find that folks around me don't really give a rat's ass about many of my issues, and some have proven to be really not able to relate. So when I discovered the Rewired Souls channel last year, that is before he started doing soap operas of YouTube's Who's Who, I was relieved that there were people with similar issues willing to talk about it. Didn't feel so alone anymore. That is, of course, until he basically sold his Rewired Soul. Rewired Soul, rewired yet again. Yeah, okay. I have to wonder how many other people who viewed Rewired Soul's antics, who may be fragile mental health-wise, were harmed. This should send up red flags. Repzilla, who apparently was friendly-ish with the Rewired Soul, did DM Leif. Leif specifically requested that at least part of the DMs, if not all, remain off the record. She did not give him permission to air them, and yet he displayed the screenshots of the DMs for all to see. Is there a lesson to be had here? Of course there is. No, we should not trust just anybody on the internet. Many are shitty. Social media can be pretty damned evil. Still, it did not excuse Repzilla or Rewired Soul or his soldiers to gaslight her. Andrew, may I advise you that you check Leif E Greenz' channel for yourself? But as mentioned in your comments section yesterday, it was the straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. Also, there is question as to whether or not Dr. Carrie Randozzo, Chris's mom, still has her license as a mental health professional or not. Some have said she does not, some say she still does, but that is worth checking out. Andrew, I'm sure between you and your brother, you have more resources than I do to find that out. You do. I have confidence. Anyway, those are just some of the highlights of the Rewired Soul's many sins. There are plenty of other videos that provide more detail. Again, Petty Page's video is highly recommended for today. But yeah, Chris not only tried to punch above his weight, so to speak, with the big YouTube stars like Shane Dawson or Trisha Paytas, but he went after the small channels, like I said, like Leif E Greenz, like Bipolar Corner. He had a partnership, or whatever you want to call it, some kind of, I would call it more of an unholy alliance, if you will, with BetterHelp.com, which has been revealed to be a scam. Many YouTubers, including your brother Andrew, has covered this. Even after the scandals of BetterHelp.com had come out, Chris continued to pimp them on his channel. The scummy thing about this is he has a third-party link on his site. I think it's called tryonlinetherapy.com. Anyways, it redirects you, of course, to BetterHelp. Yes, there was the backlash with the Trisha Paytas saga when he tried to diagnose her with BPD, aka borderline personality disorder. It should be noted once again, with feeling, that both Trish Paytas and Leif E Greenz specifically asked Chris to stop. But he continued to double down. Also, from what I heard, Chris became quite inflammatory when he speculated about Bobby Burns' car accident. Again, some other guy I don't follow. I heard about a car accident. And Rewired Soul jumped right in, assuming that he was likely under the influence of something, without apparently a shred of evidence to support that. Pretty incendiary. Isn't that what slander suits are made of? Or how they start? Anyways, not really my issue. Andrew, I'm sorry to say you didn't do your homework on this, dude. Also, as mentioned earlier in the video, what really got me, comparing the Rewired Soul to some of the vegan YouTube community, namely Freelee the Banana Girl. Yes, folks, as a new vegan, as mentioned, I also follow the vegan community. I know who the who's who is there. I also follow them on Instagram. It's what is helping me not make the same mistakes I made the first time attempting veganism. But I digress. For openers, Freelee never turned into a drama channel the way Chris had. Okay, maybe there was drama with her during the Durian Rider years, but overall, she never really became a drama channel, nor was she trying to be. Chris, aka the Rewired Soul, of course, as we all know, did. What's worse is that he continued to promote himself as a mental health channel and claiming he was bringing awareness and trying to lift the stigma when clearly his channel had turned into a soap opera. Yep, the Rewired Soul's old, "I'm not a drama channel. How many times do I have to tell you I'm not a drama channel?" I am a drama channel to point out where many of our heads were spinning. Chris was quite duplicitous, to say the least. Also of note, Chris, before starting his YouTube channel, he was already selling his courses online. At that time, it was about $25 US funds. Don't know how that would translate in Canadian funds. And then the price skyrocketed to something to the tune of 100 US after his channel was established. Yep. You mentioned many of the vegan YouTubers selling their ebooks, but for the most part, they sell cookbooks, recipes. I know High Carb Hannah sells a couple of ebooks with weight loss tips, but as it pertained to her own experience and her success with weight loss. So, yeah, other than that, one does not have to be a certified chef or even a certified nutritionist to write cookbooks or do cooking videos. Big difference. Now, I have my own issues with Freelee's channel, and no, I would never get vegan dietary advice from her. As I mentioned, her diet, whatever diet show du jour she's trying out, is cringeworthy. I mean, the fact that she eats about 50 bananas a day should be an obvious red flag. Also of note, I have never seen Freelee diagnose anyone the way Chris has. Yes, she did sell some package inviting some people to stay with her in the jungle some time ago. But I doubt she came out diagnosing them, or at least singling people out and gaslighting them and diagnosing them with whatever. Either way, to my knowledge, she isn't selling that package anymore. Now, I have my own issues with Freelee the Banana Girl and disagree with much of what she says and does. So no bias here. Again, when I decided to attempt veganism again, she was and remains the last person I would get dietary advice from. I think much of the vegan community here on YouTube would agree with me. However, to compare Chris to her is unfair, and honestly, it's like comparing apples to oranges, or in this case, bananas. More importantly, Freelee remains true to her values, whether we agree with them or not. I think Chris has demonstrated there is doubt as to his own intentions, mission statement, if you will. Chris, aka the Rewired Soul, more and more was about stroking his own inflated ego, getting the views, growing the subscriber base, and of course, selling his ebooks and courses. Ka-ching, money. Damn the consequences. Freelee knows who she is, whereas one has to wonder if Chris really knows that anymore. Yes, the Raw Till 4 that Freelee used to promote was and is pretty cringeworthy. It's proven to be unhealthy for many who attempted it. but she believed in it and appeared to follow it herself, if her What I Ate in a Day in the Life videos are of any indication. One has to wonder if Chris believes in what he promotes or if he ever did. Freelee no longer has the influence or YouTube notoriety she may have once had with the vegan community, but she isn't sacrificing her own values in an attempt at a comeback at so-called YouTube stardom. We cannot say the same about the Rewired Soul. Admittedly for many, remaining true to oneself in social media land appears to be a struggle, to put it mildly. Yes, even I have my charitable moments. But how far off the rails does one have to go, and at what cost? I personally don't think the Rewired Soul is coming back to YouTube in the foreseeable future, as I indicated in my last video. But if he does, and by the way, he is hemorrhaging subscribers according to his social blade, other than the hardcore soldiers, God, they remind me of Donnie Trumpy supporters sometimes. Or even supporters of the Canadian Conservative Party. Oh, never mind. No one who, like myself, once followed him will ever trust him nor forgive him again. Furthermore, even with his little drive-by apology vids, again, he does not appear contrite at all. There wouldn't have been really an issue if Chris really did decide to change tack with his channel, like many of us do, especially if we're trying to grow a channel and gain views and subscribers. It's only normal that we check and see what works, what does not. It's why I've expanded this channel a bit. It's still about mental health, but check the About section of my channel. There's other things. It's more of a vlogging story time channel of other issues that are important to me. Anyways, I digress. If becoming a drama channel was Chris's intent, aka the Rewired Soul, then he should have been upfront. He should have said so and made it clear from the get-go when his channel was changing tack. But no, he hid behind the mental health banner instead. That's what makes it all the worse. He supposedly wanted to remove the stigma with addiction and mental illness, but what he really did instead was to continue to perpetuate it. I'm sure Leif E Greenz and Gary over at Bipolar Corner would be happy to talk about it. Not once did he ever admit to making a mistake. No, he continued to double down. If he... Excuse me. It's because I don't smoke enough, kids. If he actually took the thought and the time to apologize sincerely and to admit he made mistakes a long time ago, instead of doubling down and going into gaslighting or bullying mode, for example, when he took an accusatory tone about people supposedly dragging his son into his mess, when there is no evidence that anyone had. Talk about really sinking low. To use a child to shield himself? He might have been forgiven by some, at least, but now the damage is done and pretty much irreversible in my humble opinion. So hell yeah, he deserves to be thrown under the bus. In fact, he and his mother did a fine job of derailing that very bus without help from anyone. To summarize, yes, Andrew, Rewired Soul was entitled to express opinions. What he did not have the right to do, however, was to diagnose other YouTubers, the bigger and the smaller channels, when he was asked not to do so. And it is very dangerous, furthermore. I invite you also to go check out Dr. Todd Grande's video from a few weeks back critiquing, easy for me to say, critiquing the Rewired Souls channel, where he explains why it is so dangerous, to the point where he, himself, a licensed therapist, will never diagnose someone stranger online. I will have links to Bipolar Corner's video again, as well as pertinent videos from Leif E Greenz, as well as Petty Page's video, and of course, Dr. Todd Grande's video. I think that's worth a look. Again, as a licensed therapist, he explains why Chris's diagnosing or his thumbnails or his clickbaity titles were, to say the least, pretty dangerous, or at least reckless. As for you, Andrew, you usually take care to properly research your content. You should have taken more time with this one, especially with a subject so important, and that is mental health awareness. That's going to wrap things up for now. Take care of yourselves and each other. And Leif, if you see this video, I really hope you're okay, and I hope you come back to YouTube. But if you need to take a rest, do what you do you. Do what you see, do what's best for you, of course. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the ringy-dingy icon below for notifications. And also, please follow me on Instagram. Straight Talking Fedora Chick, over and out.